Yes guys, and welcome back guys to a brand new video guys on my channel guys. And yes guys, we are going to be talking about Manchester United's last game that we went and played, Brighton&HoveAlbion guys, in the FA Cup semi-final guys. And yes guys, we're on our way to Wembley. We're on our way to Wembley. Fantastic. One on penalties. Jesus Christ. Everyone was on the edge of the seats. So was I, to be honest. Wembley, here we come. We're going back against Man City on June the 3rd. You know what? That week is just going to be absolutely unreal. It's going to be a tense game, but looking forward to it against Man City. We've got to do the domestic double now. Let's top it off with an excellent season by winning the FA Cup. Come on, lads. You know what to do here. The FA Cup final against our rivals. Come on. You can bloody do this now. But anyway, guys, made 6 changes from our last game against Fulham. Talking about start 11, so we started with De Gea, Wan-Bissaka, Lindelof, Shaw, Dalot, Casemiro, Eriksen, Anthony, Fernandes, Rashford and Martial. Man United beat Brighton on penalties to reach FA Cup final. Yes, get in. We're on our way to Wembley. Wembley, here we come. What a result. Great result. I'm buzzing. What a relief. Phew. We did it on penalties. Take that, Brighton. Thank God we did it. Got the job done. We could have done better at times. It was an okay game. Just both sides didn't show the quality. It was an okay start to the game. United needed to keep it tight at the back. We were giving the ball away too easily. Front three were interchanging. United have had a few counter-attacks, just not getting the ball in the right channels. Fernandes has been sharp. Brighton have had opportunities. Brighton getting in behind. Brighton are direct. Brighton are controlling the game. De Gea kept us in the game by McAllister free kick. 2 big chances for Fernandes. Brighton making a few mistakes. Big chance for Eriksen. Huge opportunities for both teams. Both teams haven't created many chances. Just don't have that clinical edge. A close game. Tight and tactical game. Ended the half quite well. Cagey first half. It was a competitive start in the second half. Brighton had more possession. Brighton really pushing for a goal. Brighton putting the pressure on. De Gea made a great save. United getting dominated in the midfield. Brighton getting the numbers in the box. Every time United got on the counter, it's bad decision making. Eventually came alive. We got on the front foot, got more stuck in. Anthony with a big chance. United took a bit more control. It's been end-to-end open game. Brighton pushing hard for a goal. Both teams just can't find the quality. Bad decision making for United. The game is getting stretched. Rashford had a big chance. Brighton kept going. It was anybody's game. Both teams looking for a winning goal in extra time. Rashford again had another big chance. Brighton kept taking an extra touch. Brighton's touch let them down a few times. De Gea kept United in the game. Eventually United beat Brighton on penalties. United were comfortable. Game management and decision making was vital. Some fantastic individual performances. United kept the momentum going. Let's not get carried away. First half was not bad. Second half was good. Overall good performance. Win done, clean sheet done, through to the FA Cup final. Let's finish this shit off on Saturday against Man City. What did I make of the performance? I thought the performance overall, I thought it was an okay game. You look at the game overall as a perspective, I think it was a bit of a poor game from both sides. I think Brighton maybe just were a little bit better than United on the day. Luckily, Brighton didn't have a good game either, to be honest, because you could see how this game was going, to be honest. I think it was a good game as a neutral perspective, as a Manchester United fan. It was a close game, end to end. It was competitive. I think both teams had their opportunities in the first half, had their moments, but just the quality didn't show in this game, unfortunately. It was just one of those sort of games, but it was anybody's game. Brighton could have won it with a goal as well, but thankfully De Gea kept us in the game. I thought obviously Sanchez kept them in the game in the second half as well. Both teams again tried pushing hard in the extra time. I think maybe Brighton again were a little bit more better in extra time, but I think overall I think United just did what we needed to do, got a draw out of it, took it to penalties and won on penalties. I think that's the most pleasing thing, to be honest, to walk away and to perform much better than we did against Sevilla on the Thursday night. So we knew that we had to react, perform miles better from that Sevilla game as well once we got knocked out of Europe. Coming into this game, we knew maybe some fans were wrecking it, thinking, oh shit, what's going to go on in this game if we've just lost to Sevilla? Obviously, this was the spell where United were going a bit up, down, up, down, up, down. United were on a up and then on a down, on a up, on a down. We're a bit inconsistent at the time, at the end of the day, but United needed to do what they needed to do against the top side in Brighton. We knew that Brighton was going to be a difficult game. We always knew that, so we had to be ready for this game. But we were ready from the start, from the get-go, and then we had to manage to, be able to defend well against a good team in Brighton. So now obviously we're in a fantastic final against Man City. So I think overall as a game, I thought it was an okay performance. It wasn't a great performance, but I thought if Obviously it was bad decision making on United's behalf. I think quality just didn't show as well at times. But what annoyed me in this game was in the extra time when we had a great opportunity on a free kick and we fucked up on this free kick that we had as well. And when you can't score a goal from open play, that something's got to come down on maybe on your set pieces, and that free kick was a joke. That free kick was a total joke, and sometimes these set pieces nowadays can pay the price if you can get it spot on and get it on target as well. So I think it was just an okay game from both teams, but just quality didn't show, and obviously a few things lacked for United in terms of maybe the final third. Final third wasn't quite there, and we always knew it was going to be tough against Brighton. They've got some quality defenders as well we had to be aware of. So, and I think it was how well we could drill those crosses in, and I think the crosses were not so great as well. So, but we had our opportunities, we just didn't take them, and we were just not clinical. And but that happens. We just have to prepare well now for the next one. But yeah, getting into the game now, I thought the first half kicked off. I thought Brighton were a little bit better than us in the first half, to be honest with you. I thought Brighton, obviously gave it a good go. I think both United and Brighton gave it a good go in the opening 90 minutes. But I thought Brighton obviously were probably a little bit better in the first half, but United ended it well. But I thought, it was an okay start to the game for United. But we knew that in games like this against Brighton, when they've got so much firepower and Matoma, Enciso, McAllister, March as well. So we knew it was going to be a tough game, and Cancelo as well, and the way how they play now Brighton as well. We knew it was going to be tough from the get-go, so we knew that we had to keep it tight and compact at the back, and we had to frustrate them as much as we could do as well. So it was a clash of the tactics, to be honest, and I think if tactically maybe we could have got it right, we definitely probably would have won this game within the 90 minutes as well. But yeah, but we could have been better though in the first half, because we kept giving the ball away too easily. But then I thought, the front three kept interchanging. You could see that in the first half as well. Rashford was going up top, Martial to the left as well. And sometimes Anthony went off to the left, Martial, Rashford to the right. So there was some interchanging with the front three, trying to open something up and to try and get the right balance as well. But, United had a few counter-attacks, but we were just not getting in the right channels. And what I mean by that is, we had these counter-attacks and the ball was just not sticking in the right channel, and which just a bit unfortunate as well. But then I thought Fernandez looked sharp as well. Brighton had a few opportunities, they were getting more in behind, they were a little bit more direct, they controlled the game very well. But De Gea kept us in the game. Obviously, they had a great free kick and it got saved by De Gea from McAllister as well. But Fernandez got into some good positions and definitely should have scored as well. So he had a few opportunities as well. But I think then Brighton got a little bit sloppy, gave the ball away too easily. They made a few mistakes, and Ericsson had a big chance as well. There was huge opportunities for both teams, just couldn't capitalise and take those chances. But both teams, I don't think really both teams created much in that first half as well. I think we had our opportunities, our moments. I just don't think both teams tested the goalkeeper enough in the first half. And then it was just we didn't have that clinical edge. We just didn't have that. We just didn't have that edge in the final third, and maybe just didn't have. We were just lacking a few things in this game as well, like maybe lacking that clinical edge in front of goal, maybe not executing that final pass or that killer pass, in the first half. Well, even the game in general as well, to be honest. But it was a close game. It was a tight and tactical game. You could see that as well. But United ended the half quite well, and it was a cagey first half as well. But I think a little bit more in the second half. It was a bit more competitive. Brighton had more possession. Brighton were really pushing for a goal. They put the pressure on. I think United sort of lost control in the midfield, so we had to sort of regain that eventually as well. But De Gea made a great save as well to keep us in the game. But United were getting dominated in the midfield, and that's when we had to see a change in the midfield as well. And Brighton were getting the numbers into the box a bit more. They were a threat, you could see it, but we were comfortable at the same time because the way how we defended as a team and as a back line were brilliant as well. Every time United got on the counter, it was just, again, bad decision making from United as well, just not going to the right player and not picking out the right pass as well. So it was just frustrating for a United perspective as well. But then eventually United came alive. We got on the front foot, we got a little bit more stuck in, we showed a bit more aggression, a bit more fight about ourselves. Anthony had a big chance as well. United took a bit more control. I think, as soon as, when you go against Brighton, as soon as you get hold of possession, you know that you've got a good chance of, sneaking a goal from somewhere. But, it had been end to end, it was an open game. The game got a little bit more stretched out a bit. Brighton were really pushing hard for a goal, as they always do. But, just both teams just couldn't find that quality in that second half as well. But just bad decision making for United just let us down in this game, and it could have been won. And the game got a bit stretched. Rashford had a big chance. Brighton kept going. It was anybody's game, to be honest, when it got to extra time as well. Both teams were looking for a winning goal in extra time. Rashford had another big chance as well in extra time as well. And what kept letting Brighton down was, they kept taking these extra touches and just not shooting, and then obviously sometimes their first touch would let them down as well. So there was a few different things what let both teams down. I think it was bad decision making for United, just didn't have that clinical edge and that killer pass. And then for Brighton, it was just taking that extra touch and not shooting and not having a shot on goal, and they definitely could have won it. So it was anyone's game, this one. But in terms of how we finished it in the end, it was a draw, and eventually we won it on penalties. Fantastic. We go to an FA Cup final against Man City now, but United were comfortable, and it was we had to see a response, we had to see reaction after the Sevilla game as well. So we had to react, and we got a clean sheet. Not the way how we wanted it to win it on penalties, but at least we won this time on penalties. But let's finish this shit off on Saturday against Man City now. So really looking forward to that final now on Saturday coming up. I thought it was a good performance, but better after Thursday night against Sevilla to go 120 minutes. The players showed great character, team spirit, and the players really looked fit. Was that pleasing? Yeah, of course, I think it was. I think obviously we had to really dig deep in this game. We had to really defend well as a team, defended well as a unit as well, and we had to defend well. The whole back line defended really well to play Luke Shaw at left centre-back as well. We know that Luke Shaw's played in that position before. To go 120 minutes and to really show that team spirit and that character, you could see that the players looked fit in a way because they didn't really show the effort on the Thursday night against Sevilla. They didn't show any effort, they didn't show any passion, they didn't show any pride. There was no intensity, there was no tempo. There was no energy about us in that game against Sevilla. The way how we were set up and the way how we wanted to win this game, you could see as a team and as a perspective, we played really well as a team. We knew that we had to respond though as well. We had to react after that 3-0 defeat to Sevilla, and to go out of Europe like that, and the manner how we did it as well was a disgrace as well. We had to respond, we had to react, we had to put it right against Brighton in the FA Cup semi-final. We did what we had to do. Obviously we could have won the game in 90 minutes or in extra time, but we did it in penalties. The players looked really fit because they showed more effort, a bit more heart, a bit more pride, a bit more passion about themselves, and a bit more fight as well. And there was just none of that on Thursday night against Sevilla, and that's what let us down against Sevilla. If that was there against Sevilla, we would have been a little bit more tired towards the end. At the end of the day, we still probably would have got the job done against a good team in Brighton. It was when United, again, were up, down like this, and we were just a bit too inconsistent at the time, and we didn't know what sort of Man United team were going to turn up at the time. At the end of the day, we turned up to this one and we had to win it, and we got a great result in the FA Cup final now against Man City. We've seen different centre-back parents this season. There was a change with Lindelof and Shaw playing together. They both defended really well against a fantastic side in Brighton. Yeah, they did. I thought they were a great duo, great centre-back pairing. Luke Shaw's played in that position before. Obviously, Maguire had to miss this game because of suspension as well. We knew that there was going to be a change centre-back partnership again. So obviously, Luke Shaw came at left-sided centre-back, Malacia at left-back as well. Luke Shaw's played in that position before. I thought they defended well as a team. Not only just as a team, but the whole back line defended really well against a fantastic side in Brighton. Brighton, because with all that firepower that Brighton have got, the likes of Enciso, McAllister, Welbeck as well, Undav as well, it was not going to be easy against a team like Brighton. Brighton are a fantastic team. Obviously, they've done the double on us this season as well, which is awful, but it is what it is at the end of the day. Not only just as a back line, they defended really well, but I thought as a team we were fantastic the way how we defended in this game for sure. Great partnership again, great balance. We knew that we had to turn up to this one and we did. Got the job done. They called Victor the Iceman, and now we saw why with that penalty in the top corner. It was fantastic, to be honest. We knew that that penalty was going to secure it into the FA Cup final. In a great position now to do the domestic double on Man City now. We need to keep our legacy on of the treble as well, so we've got to stop Man City doing the treble now. For Man City to do the treble, they've got to get past us, and we're not going to let them roll over us. We need to perform well again for another 90 minutes. We have to turn up as well. We're going to prepare well for a game like this against Man City whole week. So the lead up's going to be brilliant. It's going to be a tight tactical game. We need to play it strategically well. It's going to be tight. It's going to be close. But we're going to have to be ready against Man City. We can't drop the standards and the levels. We have to keep them high. High demands. Make sure we go out there and win the game. Give it everything that you've got. Let's go and beat Man City. The final itself isn't until June the 3rd. Obviously, there's lots of games to play before Wembley. But in terms of our final, Man City versus Man United, it's Derby Day. It's red versus blue. It's mouth-watering final. And it's one to win as well. It is mouth-watering final. It's going to be a fantastic game. It's going to be tight. It's going to be tactical. We need to play it strategically well. I just said then, Man City, we know what they want to do. They obviously want to win the treble. We need to stop them doing the treble. They've got to get past us to do that. The only team that's going to stop Man City doing this treble is Man United. We need to live our legacy on from 99. To be honest, I think City have had a fantastic season. United need to keep going. Just need to get our heads down. Don't be nervous in this game. Be calm, cool, collected. Be ready for a game like this against Man City. Yes, we've got to turn up yet again for another game. We've got 90 minutes to do this as well. Even extra time we could do it as well. 90 minutes, get our heads down, turn up, prepare well for a game like this. Got to go with the right mentality, the right mindset as well. We know what's going to be at stake here. It's the FA Cup final. The chance United to do the double on Man City as well in the FA Cup final. Chance for United to get the domestic double as well. And what a season it would be if we would do the domestic double, and what a season it would be for Erik ten Hag and his backroom staff as well. It's a mouth-watering final. I'm looking forward to it as well. It's red versus blue. Really looking forward to this game now against Man City. We're not going to back down. We're going to set the standards high demands, high standards. We don't want to let those standards drop. We want to stay in the game as long as we can. Be patient. Our opportunities and moments will come. We've got to take our chances. Go and beat Man City now. Who is my man of the match? There were some brilliant performances, but at the same time I do think not some of them didn't have a great game. I think De Gea had a brilliant game, obviously kept us in the game. I thought Wan-Bissaka had a great game as well. Had Mitoma in his pocket. Lindelof and Shaw had a fantastic game as well. Thought Delot was okay as well, but Casemiro had a good game as well. Eriksen was alright. Fernandes could have been better as well. I think Anthony did alright as well. Thought Martial was okay. Rashford was okay as well. All in all, I think I'm going to give this Wan-Bissaka because of the way I defended for the full 101 minutes that he was on for as well. Wasn't easy. We knew it was going to be a tough game against Brighton. I'm going to give it Wan-Bissaka because he had to fend off Mitoma. But not only just them, I think obviously Lindelof and Luke Shaw defended really well as well. Tactically, we could have been better, but I thought definitely Wan-Bissaka and the two centre-backs deserved it, the way how they defended for the whole game, to be honest as well. How do we beat Man City? This is it. This is the final against Man City. It's going to be tough. It's going to be difficult. We know that. I think Man City are going to be the favourites coming into this of winning this game as well. This is it now. This is it. For Man City to do this, they're going to have to beat Man United. And I think if they beat Man United, obviously, maybe they will win the treble. Man City to do the treble, they've got to get past us. And we're not going to back down from this game. We know what's at stake. We want to win another trophy. There's some silverware in the distance there. One team's going to win, one team's going to lose. At the end of the day, if we do lose, we have to accept it. But if we win, everyone will be over the moon. Everyone will be ecstatic. But in a game like this against Man City, it's going to be a mouth-watering final. It's going to be tight. It's going to be difficult. It's going to be tactical. We need to play it strategically well with the right game plan. We need to prepare well for a game like this. We've got to go with the right mentality, the right mindset as well. Can't back down from this opportunity against Man City now. We know what's at stake. We want to win this trophy. Man City are obviously going to try their hardest as well. As a team, we've got to defend well in this game. And then when it's what we do in and out of possession as well. So obviously we are going to get our moments and our opportunities and our chances. But when we get our chances, we're going to have to be clinical and put them to bed as well. So, and we have to make them count, and we have to stay in the game as long as we can, be organised, be patient, the goals will come. But when we've got possession, we need to work it well. We need to play one-touch passing, play it forwards as well. Game management and decision making will be vital in this game as well. So, this game's going to go off. So we're going to have to be ready for a game like this. We're going to have to be parallel for a game like this against Man City. We got to go in the right mindset, the right mentality. I know I repeat myself, but in games like this against Man City, you've got to bring your A game. You've got to turn up once again. You've got to perform well for a full 90 minutes. Everything needs to be spot on offensively, defensively. And we're going to be ready for a game like this against Man City. We know what Man City are going to do. They're going to play their best team. Our best team will be out there. So we've got to give it everything that we've got. The players have got to fight from minute 1 to minute 90. And we've got to show that passion, that pride, that heart. Play for the badge, play for the club. Show that commitment, that determination, that passion, that pride. Give it everything that you've got. And maximise everything as well, and I want to see those players tired after that. I want to see them knackered. And come on, you know what's at stake here, Reds. We want to live our legacy on. Do they deserve the treble? Let's see. But to be honest, let's see. But United have got to take it game by game, and we just need to give it everything or our all now against Man City. 1 game to go, and let's finish it off. But Man City, they're well coached, they're well drilled, they've got lots of quality. They've got a brilliant manager as well. They're going to have lots of quality all over the pitch as well in this game. But they'll come at us at all different angles. They'll make the runs in from behind. They'll play proactive football, play with initiative, play attacking football. Very clever, very intelligent. They'll put the ball into dangerous areas. They'll try to win in every department. They'll like to outclass you, outpass you. Be aggressive, be ruthless, relentless, sustain the attacks, high intensity, high tempo. They'll bring the energy. Hopefully, they'll make mistakes along the way, but they'll be direct. They'll play with pace, play with width, get on the front foot. They'll want to be rampant, skillful, organised side, defend well. They'll make it difficult to play through them. They'll frustrate teams. Defensively, we've got to be tight and compact, but they'll be very physical. When they've got possession, they'll want to control and dominate the game. They'll give it everything that they've got. They'll cause us problems. They'll like to come forward, take risks, be brave, and get between the lines. But we need to play it. We need to be strategic in this game. It's going to be a tactical game. It's going to be tight as well. But we need to defend properly as a team. But as a back line as well, we've got to be ready for this as well. Do not make this Man City team look good. And if you make them look good, they're just going to score goals for fun. So we've got to be on our game. We're going to have to bring our A game for this game. But defensively, we need to be organised. We need to keep it tight and compact. Defensively, frustrate. Then we need to be ruthless, relentless, aggressive, high intensity, high tempo, play with energy, create the chances, take your chances. We need to be clinical, get the crosses into the box, drive them out of position, be brave, take risks. Set pieces could come into play as well. We need to play with width, get in between the lines, got to close them down, don't let them get back in the game, don't leave any spaces open. They'll show incredible team spirit, character and fight. We'll have to get the basics right though. Game management and decision making will be vital. Got to get tight, don't let them get a shot off. Sustain your attacks, do the basics, win your 50-50s, win your second balls, win your duels, win your 1v1s. Put them on the back foot, keep possession. Fullbacks have got to be effective. Force them to make mistakes. Don't put them under pressure. Don't let the wingers cut back inside. Don't afford to make mistakes. Make the runs in from behind. Don't get pulled out of position. Be explosive and keep Haaland quiet. Into the stats now. Possession for Brighton, it was 61%. And for Man United, it was 39%. Goals for Brighton, it was 0. And for Man United, it was 0. Total shots for Brighton, it was 15. And for Man United, it was 15. Shots on target for Brighton, it was 5. And for Man United, it was 6. Total passes for Brighton, it was 641 passes. And for Man United, it was 411 passes. Pass accuracy for Brighton, it was 84%. And for Man United it was 71%. Getting into the substitutions now. Ericsson went off for Fred, talk about Christian's performance. Set up a chance for Fernandes and had a goal late in the first half, but it was another leggy performance and he made way for Fred. Martial went off for Sancho, talk about Anthony's performance, wearing gloves with the temperature at 13 degrees. He was a passenger and only lasted as long as he did, as the alternative was Weghorst. Anthony went off for Sabitzer, talking about Anthony's performance, occasionally lively on the ball, and his work off it was more useful than it appeared. Drew a routine save for Robert Sanchez. Wan-Bissaka went off for Malacia, talking about Aaron's performance. Got a good sliding tackle in Matoma and improved in the final third. After the pause, embarked on one spirited dribble. Fernandes went off for Weghorst, talk about Bruno's performance, put himself about and had United's first major attempt at goal, involved in the bulk of attacks, but did not always make the right decision. Next up, we've got Man City. Right, this is it. This is the big one. The final against Man City at Wembley, guys. It's the chance for Man United to do the domestic double on Man City, to keep our treble hopes alive of doing it. We've got to stop these noisy neighbours of doing it. Our legacy will live on. All we've got to do in this game is this will be an exciting, tight, strategic and tactical game. We know that coming into this game against Man City. It's going to be a great game to watch. We've got to be ready for the game like this against Man City from start to finish. We've got to perform well for a full 90 minutes. We've got to turn up. We've got to show that heart, that passion, that pride. We know we're going to have to turn up. We need to show that conviction as well. This game, though, we have to show we've got to play with courage. We've got to play with intent. We've got to go conviction. And yet again, we need to turn up this game as well. So this is one last game, one last big push now against a fantastic team in Man City. Going to have lots of quality all over the pitch. You know, they've got a fantastic manager. This is one last game now. All our all. We have to give it everything on the pitch as well. I want every single player after that game absolutely knackered. We've got to show the effort as well. We're going to need to we've got to play with fight, with passion, with pride, fight as well. We've got to play for the badge, give it everything that you've got. Don't give up as well. We've got to play with determination, commitment, team spirit, character, desire, work rate, work ethic. Everything has got to be there on the day against Man City. To be honest, all I'm going to say is to these players, our legacy will live on. All we've got to do is just win one more game now against Man City. Do not make this team run all around us. They don't deserve it, because at the end of the day, United have beaten Man City already this season. It's 1-1 between Manchester United and Man City. Ten Hag's beaten Pep Guardiola. Pep Guardiola has beaten Ten Hag. It's all down to this now. We can do the domestic double on these, and we know we can do it. We know we can do it. It's there in the sights. We can do the domestic double, and I'll tell you what, we've got to win one more game. It's all we've got to do. Win one more game, and we've just got to get everything right on the day. The game plan, the performance, we've got to turn up. What we've got to do is in a game like this, Ten Hag will want a dream start to this game. We can come out firing on the front foot, have possession, take control of this. They will not like it. They will hate it. They will absolutely hate it. Every single one of those City supporters and those City players will be getting frustrated if we control and dominate that game. It's what we do in and out of possession in this game. We have to be ready for this. We've got to prepare well for a game like this. The right mindset, the right mentality. Look, this is another trophy. Tell you what, I want that trophy coming back to Old Trafford. I do not want these to win it, because at the end of the day, we know what's at stake. Every player knows what's at stake here. I tell you what, we need to do our job here against Man City. We're going to be the only team to stop them doing this treble. I tell you, we're the only team to do it. All we've got to do is just win one more game. It's there. We've beaten Man City once this season. They've beaten us once this season. We've got to do it again. I think these players can do it again. I know we've got the potential to beat this Man City side. We've seen how good they've been over the last couple of weeks. I don't give a shit, because that's out of the window. The league's done now. Let's go and finish this now. We know we can beat this Man City side. We just have to play with courage, intent, conviction, turn up, perform well for another full 90 minutes, win this game against Man City. I'll tell you, they'll be upset. One team is going to win this trophy and one team's going to lose. Make sure it comes back onto the red side of Manchester, and don't let them walk away with that trophy, because I tell you, they'll be absolutely on top of the world if they win this, because then they'll be high on confidence of winning that Champions League final. We've got to win this game. Even a draw would be good enough, and then if we do draw, penalties it is. It's got to be the right preparation for this game. We have to be ready, full focus. Do not make any silly mistakes. Do not make a slip up. Got to stay concentrated and focused at all times. Defend well as a team. When we've got possession, we've got to use it wisely. Quick passing, we've got to be slick. Let's get into those dangerous areas. When we create those chances, we've got to take our chances. We've got to be clinical in front of goal and make them count and make them pay. Stay in the game as long as you can. Take our chances. Let's fucking win this game, boys. You know you can win this game against Man City. I'll tell you what, we have got a fucking good chance of doing this on Man City. They don't deserve this fucking treble at the end of the day. They've been banging on about it as well. Let's live our legacy, live on. They do the treble, well done, fantastic, but I'm not going to give them all the respect. But come on, our legacy will live on. Just one more game now, Reds, and leave it there, out on the pitch. Give it everything that you've got. We'll get back what we want at the end of the day. The FA Cup's on the line here. I want this fucking trophy. I want this trophy. If we win this trophy, I'll be over the moon. And I'll tell you what, that season will be 10 out of 10 for me. Come on, you know what's at stake here. Come on, we can beat this Man City side. We know we can do this against Man City. Just got to do one more job, one more game. Go and win this game. And let's beat Man City. Up the fucking Reds. We know we can do this. Come on, Reds. We've got to do this now against Man City. We know we've got the bottle to do it. Come on, we've got to do it now. But City is scoring 3.4 goals per game. City is conceding 0 goals per game. City have the best defence in the league as well. And we know we can beat this team as well. City have lost 5 games, but they've lost 4 away games from home. And they've lost 1 at home all season long as well. The players to look out for is Edison, Walker, Diaz, Stones, Ake, Laporte, Akanji, Phillips, Gondowan, Grealish, Rodri, De Bruyne, Silva, Gomez, Foden, Haaland, Alvarez and Mahrez. And the one thing we've got to do in this game also is win over that midfield battle. We win that midfield battle and get hold of that midfield. We can then put those balls in the right channels, in the right areas, be dangerous, get at the City side. And if we can score that first crucial goal, we'll be in dreamland. Come on, Reds. Up the fucking Reds. We can do this. Come on. Hope you guys enjoyed another video. Be sure to leave a like. Subscribe to my channel if you are new. And I'll see you guys in a video in the next couple of days. And peace.